So I made a video for my membership. Those of you that are members on my YouTube channel that you join, and you're either a nectar novice or an ambassador, a Beak Squad ambassador. Anyway, I made a video showing you how I took 3 deeps because I had to combine 2 hives, and I combined them down to 2 deeps, 3 deeps to 2 deeps, which left these 10 frames here that I don't have any use for. Or do I? I made a video for all of you last week where I did an inspection of the hive that swarmed, and they didn't have a lot of resources. And I wanted to show this to you. I think you'll be able to see in the light. You can see here we have a little bit of resources on one frame. And this is a frame that I broke, by the way. Look at that over here on my finger. We'll repair that. Doesn't even look like, I don't know. But anyway, you can see there's a little nectar capped over and a little nectar, not much at all. And on this side, look at that. It's essentially bone dry with the exception of a little bit right through here. So this would not be a good frame to have in a hive above a winter cluster. There wouldn't be much there to eat from. Now let's set that side of frame aside because I want to fix that. All right, so the next one is similar. Look at that. Bone dry here, nothing. And just a little tiny bit of capped over honey at the top. Okay. How about the next one? So these were all full. That's what's so incredible. That's why I wanted to make this video. There's a patch of nectar, just the smallest amount. If I can get the light to make it glisten a little bit, smallest amount right here, but this side bone dry. They moved it down once I combined them. They actually moved it down to the 2 deeps below them on their own. A lot of you ask me, what do I do? How do I deal with that? I got nectar up there, got honey up there. And in that membership video, you know that I used some honey bandit to drive the bees down, and it didn't get all the bees down like I thought that it would have. That's because it was not capped over honey. It was nectar that they were still working hard to move. Nothing. I mean, there's a tiny, like 200 cells that have a drop in it. Nothing. Essentially nothing. Okay? And let's keep, excuse me, let's keep going. Same thing here. Nothing. Tiny bit at the top. 10 little tiny cells with a drop in it. Nothing. They had moved it all out within a week. I've got a few more to show you. Hang with me here. So you see here, tiny bit of honey at the top right through here, capped over honey. Won't help the bees at all this winter. 3 more frames to look at. Bone dry, not even drawn out all the way, bone dry. So we did really good. We made a really good decision. We let the bees naturally combine themselves. We just had to move the bees down. Look at that, bone dry. This is lighter than a feather. Isn't that crazy? Okay. This one's a little bit more weightier. Nothing on this side to speak of, but a little bit of nectar right in through here. You can see it on the camera. So there's a little bit there. And our final one to look at, bone dry on both sides. Nothing. So those 10 frames, I'm going to be able to take those 10 frames and work them over, clean them up, you know, scrape all the propolis off, get them ready for next year. Because right now they are useless. They're just drawn comb. They're useless for this season. I don't need those anymore. I don't need any hives that require those drawn comb. But they're good comb with the exception of the one that I broke. I broke it because this was probably the heaviest one with that honey on it. And I was letting it fall back into the hive and get caught here. And when I did, you can see here that it broke away. Oh, look at that. See, a little too hard. And I broke that frame. Yeah. And so I'll show you the easiest way that I like to fix these. Alrighty, so what I think I'll do here is you can see the crack right here in the board. I'm going to pour some glue in there. Then I'm going to staple it. So This glue is so good. You know, it's going to be the holding power. Glue is what holds everything together. The staple or the nails is just what kind of holds it in place till the glue dries. All right. And just give it a little bit everywhere there. All right. It's going to be a little messy, but it won't hurt the bees any if I spill. Good thing I wore these gloves, huh? All right, so my face itches, of course. Now let's take our staple gun. Let's see what size these are. Well, about an inch, looks like. Maybe 3/4 of an inch. So, hooked up to the air compressor. Let's go ahead and just staple these. I'm going to put, oops, don't want to spill my glue. There we go. I'm going to put 1 or 2 right here, where you can see them right here on the edge, where it goes from the top bar into the sidebar. Let's put 2 in there. I'm sensitive where I want that to be, right there. Got my glasses on. All right, good. Now I need a side nail. That's good. And I'm going to nail a few down through here where I glued it together. All right, let's take a look at that. Yeah, let's wipe the glue down. Okay. All right, so everything got glued really good. And we're dripping over here. Like I said, this will dry, won't hurt the beads any. But we'll clean off that, smooth her out. All right, very good. And so, as you can see, it's really glued together really nicely. We'll let that dry good. We got one more thing to do. One more easy thing to do in the bee shop today. Look at this. This is my smoker. Now, some of you may not realize that I modified this smoker. This has a dent in it. I don't know how that happened. I can bang that out from the inside though. But I'm going to see if you can guess what I did to to come up with this smoker. This is kind of a Frankenstein smoker, okay? So I'm going to let you look at it, and you get to study it and decide what is unique about it. And I'll make another video to see if you were right. And then I'll tell you why I made it this way. By far, to me, not everybody, but by far to me, this is the best smoker, but it didn't come this way. This is made up of, let me just say, several smokers, not one smoker, because I haven't been able to find one smoker that fits the bill for everything that I want in a smoker. So you guess what they were, okay? You guess what they are. Or anyway, I'll bang the dent out. I got careless. But what I like to do now is talk about Beak Squad. Look at these. I love these Beak Squad stickers. I've got a monitor here. I can make sure everything's working. But these Beak Squad stickers are fun. They're kind of expensive for us to have made. I don't know if they're for sale on our website, but we do give these away, or sometimes people buy these. But anyway, I like to put them on top of my smoker on the back there. Now, Adam may not like it. Adam at Foxhound Bee Company, he has his logo and a sticker there. Sorry, Adam. I promote his work for free. I think it's great. His company is great. And he's also an EAS certified master beekeeper. But anyway, I like to promote the Beak Squad. The Beak Squad is those of you that are a part of the live stream. If you join me on Thursday night, you don't get a sticker necessarily. Maybe I'll give stickers away on live stream. But every Thursday night, 7 p.m., we have a live stream, and you're called the Beak Squad, because Beak is my handle on YouTube, and you're the squad that follows me. So I call you Beak Squad. So anyway, I'm going to put that there because, should we put a little angle to it? Would that be cool? Or are you the kind of person that has to have everything straight? I'm the kind of person that doesn't care if it's a little crooked. I don't like the crookedness. That kind of looks cool like that. So now my smoker is complete and ready for its second year. I gave my other smoker away. Who did I give it away to? Judy. Judy from Texas. I'll be speaking in Texas next month on November 20th through the 22nd. I'll be speaking down there. in Waco, Texas at the Texas State Beekeepers Association. I spoke there at their, I think, summer or spring meeting. I'll be going back down there speaking again. But I gave my smoker away that I used for the last couple of years to Judy because she came and worked bees with me. I always like to give someone a souvenir. And anyway, this is going to be my smoker. It was my smoker most of the year this year and all next year. That's a lot of fun. But see if you can guess what I did to that smoker to make it what it is. That's it for me in the bee shop. If you want to watch a video and spend some time with me in the bee yard, putting feeders on and jars on ahead of the rainstorm, check that video out right over here. I'll see you over there.